Hey, what's going on, guys? It's No Shoes, and we're back with another Aesop Frock Day. And today we're going to be reacting to On Failure. This is the second to last track on Integrated Tech Solutions that I have not yet heard. So, if you guys want to see Solid Gold, let me know in the comments. One of y'all mentioned that it's just like a monologue. I'm intrigued by that. I would check it out for y'all, but if y'all really don't want to see it, let me know. Otherwise, it'll be coming next week. But without any further ado, let's get right into it. Let's see what Aesop Rock got to say. Let's see what On Failure is all about. Let's get it.
I was thinking about Van Gogh recently. I was never really a huge fan of his paintings, but I wouldn't say I actively disliked them either. It's just never been my thing. I found myself thinking about a specific Van Gogh painting which I've since learned is called Landscape with Snow. I looked it up to see if it still looked as I remembered, and it pretty much did. But this...
Imagine being an artist at a point in time where you could name something Landscape with Snow and have it be original. That is a... Like, imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine if you watched a movie called Man Wins. Man gets what he wants. This is a funny start. Okay, so we talked about Van Gogh a little bit. Some nice syncopation in the drums. A nice quality in Ace's voice. It's very clear. Almost as if, like, he's like a teacher or something. I don't know why that's the first thing that pops into mind. But I have been learning a lot from him. He's certainly taught me a thing or two. Let's get it.
Which I've since learned is called Landscape with Snow. I looked it up to see if it still looked as I remembered, and it pretty much did. But this time, I decided I liked it.
Huh.
I can't explain why.
I love that, man. And I feel that in some senses. You know, there are some pieces of art where, like, the first couple of times I consume them, I just can't really see what's good about it. And then over time, you start to be able to see those smaller details, maybe the things that you overlooked at first because there were larger pieces of the picture, this in this case quite literally, to take in. And honestly, that happened to me last week with the artwork for Integrated Tech Solutions. I've liked the artwork the whole time, but after seeing it this many times, I've really started to kind of zero in on, like, huh, that's weird. Those little, like, I think I called them like chakra lines, or they look like an aura or something. And the little grandfather clock down here, all the circuitry, the equations, the atoms, the whatever, the plane here. It's all very interesting, man. It's all very interesting, especially how our experience of art can change over time and with repeated exposure.
Explain why. This all led me to Van Gogh's Wikipedia page. I wanted to find out if history considered him primarily a landscape, portrait, or still life painter. He did them all. I browsed the page and didn't really find my answer, but I did come across the following sentence. Van Gogh was unsuccessful during his lifetime and was considered a madman and a failure. Damn. I mean, I kind of knew that.
And that's why it's okay to be considered a madman and a failure, because one day people will see the greatness. That's beautiful, man. Love the change in the voice, the processing they did for that to make it sound like some robotic, disembodied voice was telling us that, almost like Wikipedia came to life. And then I think there's a great separation here between the drums and Ace's voice. They feel completely detached, almost like dissociated, like he's talking, the drums are happening, they're both in time with each other. The syncopation of the drums and his voice together kind of throws you for a loop at first, but it's like just enough where it's like, this is kind of funky, but I can feel it. I can vibe with it. And just very fascinating construction here. Love it.
So and a failure. Damn. I mean, I kind of knew that much about him. Wildlife, wasn't famous until after he died, etc. But even considering all that, I kept going back to that sentence. Van Gogh started painting at 27 and only worked for about 9 years before committing suicide. And while that's not that long, he did make around 900 paintings and 1,000 drawings. I guess
Woo! 100 paintings a year? That is insane. Wow. I mean, good on him, man. You got to be putting that work in, right? I like this. Just like a little history lesson with Ace. This almost feels like when we listen to 100 Feet Tall and he tells the story about Mr. T. There's like a strange level of detachment. There's like an increasing level of like the real world almost coming into play here. And he's just kind of telling us a funny little story about something that he thought was interesting. Very intriguing.
he did make around 900 paintings and 1,000 drawings. I guess I say all that to say this. As a guy who recently decided he somewhat likes a single painting by Vincent van Gogh for reasons I can't quite describe, it does make me sad to see a man with mental health issues and a passion for art summed up as an unsuccessful madman failure, even if he was in fact financially unsuccessful and kind of a madman. A failure? I don't know. I kind of like that landscape with snow, and I'm glad he painted it.
That is That is such a wonderful sentiment, man. That is beautiful. Obviously, Ace is doing decently for himself with the art he creates. It's amazing work, but we've seen him talk about his struggles with mental health. I know I've had my own, and honestly, sometimes they're happening right in the middle of the video inside my head, and you guys just don't know. That's just the way it is some days. And not looking for any sympathy or anything here. Let's just be real about it, right? And working on so many things, putting out, whatever it is, music, paintings, videos, all three, whatever it might be. And having people look at you in a certain light who really might not have any idea what's actually happening behind the canvas, behind the camera, behind the microphone. And it's just a beautiful sentiment here. I feel like Ace never really said it out loud, but to me it feels like he's seeing himself in Van Gogh in some sense. And now even I feel like I might be seeing myself in Van Gogh a little bit. And that's a beautiful thing, right? Because if art helps us relate to each other as people and to understand each other better, then what higher purpose could it serve than that, to let people know that they're not alone in whatever it is they're going through, or the million other little fractal facet possibilities and reasons that you could have for enjoying something.
Understand what I'm saying?
I guess so, but
Understand what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I guess so, but
Beautiful, beautiful track, guys. That was On Failure from Aesop Rock. One of his simplest and maybe one of my favorite tracks of his. That was amazing. If y'all want to see Solid Gold next week, let me know in the comments down below. If you want to see something else, let me know about that as well. Much love to everybody in the No Shoes gang. Don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe, and hit that bell. And I will see you all next time.